I love the outdoors, and when I was a teenager, I had the opportunity to go camping a lot. I loved seeing the Northern California redwoods and sequoias, and I loved the feeling of them towering over me. One particular camping trip has always stuck with me. My dad and I spent the day hiking through the redwoods until we got to a spot that supposedly had a massive tree with a hole cut out so you could walk through it. This tree was the pinnacle of the park and the reason we came. But when we got there, there was no tree. We were confused, but soon discovered that just the month prior there had been a rainstorm. The ground beneath the tree liquefied and it fell. I was shocked. This tree had stood for over 1,000 years and undoubtedly endured many bad storms, but all of a sudden it was taken down by some rain. The image of this tree lying on the ground cemented itself in my mind. Years later, COVID hit. The pandemic was full of loss. People lost jobs, family members, friends, their way of life, their identity. I was not exempt from the loss. I very quickly recalled that tree I had seen years before. I thought, I am that tree. I was once solid and strong, and with no warning, the ground beneath me liquefied, and I fell. I felt like I had lost the things that made me great, and now I sat broken and drowning in the mud. As hard as I tried to get back to where I once stood, tall and strong, I couldn't go backwards. For months, I felt myself shrinking into the mud, until I learned what actually happens when a redwood tree falls. The collapse of these great giants feels like a disaster, but actually leads to so much good. When that tree is gone, it allows sunlight to reach areas of the forest floor that have never been reached before, and the decomposing tree acts as the perfect fertilizer for new growth. After learning this lesson, I could see so clearly how it applied to me and my personal collapse into the mud. Areas of my life that needed attention were highlighted and became a priority. I was able to grow and learn things that I had never thought about or even thought would be necessary. I've realized now that the point of falling is not to get back up, but to discover something new about ourselves and our lives. I don't doubt that the metaphorical ground beneath us will continue to liquefy throughout the many storms of life, and that can be so painful. But the next time you feel yourself falling, resist the urge to quickly stand back up. Lean into the fall and see what happens.